feel like I have to have my own stash of money that's not in the banks or anything like that. It's just in my hands.
You don't trust the banks?
I don't trust the government.
You'd work for silver?
Sure, why not? Silver or gold?
100 ounces of silver that he bought on eBay. You know, your audience is probably going to look at this and say there's something funny about the way that looks.
Is this going to be ugly?
Buy your precious metals online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold and silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new.
I got into crypto 2 years ago, and the people that I'm following recommend getting silver. So I was like, okay, we'll start doing silver too.
So you went the crypto silver route.
Yeah, I watch a lot of TikTok and YouTube videos, so they there's some people that say it's going to go up. So, and some say it might mirror gold. I don't know if that's true or not, but that would be pretty wild if it did. Yeah, I'm up over 100.
Okay.
110, I think.
Yeah.
Ounces now. So it's pretty fun.
What's your thoughts on silver?
It's a form of payment if the dollar, craps out on us, which 96%, 97% value is gone. So, and in the meantime, I collect silver just as a barter if it gets to that. So I'm going to be buying, and I'll be buying when it gets to 50.
So you just keep buying regardless?
Yep. When I can. I mean, right now, you buy an ounce for $33. That's an easy purchase for me. That's an investment, too. There's a Ray Bork right here.
Oh, Ray Bork.
Yeah. You've got
Bruins fan.
Yeah, you've got some kind of, it looks like it's a Mexican, and look at the design on it. That's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, it's such a beautiful metal. And you got Andrew Jackson over there. You got just beautiful looking silver.
It's fun,
Even
isn't
when it tarnishes, it still looks good.
Even when it tarnishes?
Yep.
So you don't mind when it's all toned up and has
I prefer the shiny stuff, but if it's tarnished and it's old, it gives a character.
I like the 2A rounds.
Yeah, I like that. I like anything with military. I'm ex-Air Force, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so anything with military on it, I like, so I'm trying to find some of that too.
What do you think of sovereign silver? Silver Eagles, Canadian Maple Leafs, that type of thing?
I do have a lot of Maple Leafs, Australian, the Kangaroos, and they also have the Pandas. And there was a little fear with the tariffs that the price was going to go up, and you might have to pay a little on that, but
Exempt.
We're good to go for 9
Trump
days.
likes to exempt things after he says something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's he's the king of art of the deal, I guess you could say. So
He's a real deal, all right. Yes, he is. What kind of fractional silver do you get?
Well, like I said, I'm going to get those ones over there, the dimes. They look like dimes.
Yeah, they do
But they're
look like that.
1/10.
And they actually say silver and 1/10 on them.
Yeah, which is good to have. So,
Yeah.
it's going to be hard to ping those to get the.
I don't think you need to ping those. Do you ping other stuff?
No, I got to get your pinger.
Yeah.
I got to order that online there.
And you'll see that, yes, it's true, 1/10 ounce silver costs more than 10-ounce bars per ounce. But it's 100 times as many pieces. However, if you compare our 1/10 ounce silver to all the other 1/10 ounce silver options, you'll see ours is the lowest price by a significant amount. And then soon, with our new production process,
Going lower?
our price is going to go a
Go
lot
lower.
lower. Oh, a lot lower.
What do you think?
Well, I think they're going to be huge eventually.
Yeah. Why is that?
Just the way the economy's going and the tariffs. I'm in my 50s, so I think people that are 40 and over are the ones that are collecting this more than the younger people. But that could
agree.
change soon.
Yeah.
That could change. Work brought me up this way, so I thought I'd stop in. So I hope I'm not getting in trouble by the boss here if he watches the show.
You got to make sure he doesn't watch.
Yeah, right. I'm sure he's probably not going to watch. So.
Yeah, you don't watch Yankee stacking.
No. Then I'll get the phone call. What are you doing on TV? What are you doing on when you?
Little break.
Yeah. Had to pee. So yeah, this
How about slab silver, graded?
slab silver. I don't know if that would benefit me. I just like to have it as a security. So nothing that's, if it's an ounce and it's worth 45, I can buy an ounce for 33. So to me, that doesn't make sense. But I'm not a collector in this aspect. But
Right.
that one might be worth something someday. Joe Montana,
That's a good point.
sell that to Tom Brady. He might pay top dollar for that. And then this, look at this.
Oh yeah, this is classic Silver Dave stuff.
Silver dumbbell.
Amazing. He is quite
Dual
the
purpose.
artisan.
Dual purpose. You can work with your silver hammer and you can work out with your silver dumbbell. The dates on some of these things go back to when my grandmother was born, you know? It's awesome.
Especially the constitutional silver and the some of the collectibles like Morgans and peace dollars. Do you like those as well?
Yeah, I got my first Morgan over there, 1921, so I'm grabbing that. So that'll be my first, I guess, collector piece in my set.
You strike me as somebody that would turn around and sell this for more fiat currency if the price went up. Is that true?
I would use it like to pay off my house if it ever got to 3,000 an ounce, which I doubt it's going now.
3,000 you
Seen
said?
videos on YouTube where they think it's going to 3,000, which is kind of, I don't know. That's yeah. But you never know. You never know the way the economy's going. So yeah.
You like the 1 ounce?
Yeah, I usually buy 1 ounce.
How about bars?
I have a few little 1 ounce bars, but I don't have. Actually, the biggest piece I bought was a 1 kilogram, 32.15 ounces. I think that's what a kilo is. That was a big purchase. That was a little under 1,000, but now today I think it's worth around 1,065. So that's going up.
Actually, it's the dollar that's going down, isn't it?
Yeah, we're losing it, and I don't know how long it's going to last. But when it goes, it's going to be a shock to the system.
Do you think we'll live to see the dollar's demise, at least as a global reserve currency?
I hope not in my lifetime, but my lifetime could be 20 years. So we'll see. I like the dragon style. Those are cool. What is that? Like a Greek hero there sitting in the middle?
Yeah.
1973. Now we're talking about my my birth era.
That's really
I
cool.
was a 72 baby, so that's a
Maybe you can pull that
you're
out.
younger than me. Yeah, I think we'll have to get that one.
Started offering gold buckets.
United States Silver Corporation, 1 troy ounce, 999 plus fine. Did you see that new Canadian coin? It's like 25 pounds.
Oh, the big monster.
Yeah. It's like $25,000.
Is that next on your list?
It would if I can get the money for that. Yeah, I think they made a limited series of those. So
Well, you'll just stick with this one, though,
that would be
right?
the one. Yeah, that would be the rare one I'd get. Is that if I could afford it?
There's someone here buying silver eagles for the very first time, although you've been stacking for a while.
Yeah.
What do you usually get?
Buffalo rounds,
Buffalo rounds. Yep.
10-ounce bars, 5-ounce bars. Plus, I bought a lot of those 10th-ounce tubes there.
Oh, yeah, the 10th ounce.
Yeah.
For barter?
Yeah, I've been coming here for a while. It's nice. It's a good place.
Why did you go eagles this time?
Because I have nothing minted.
Nothing from a sovereign mint. Nothing. No maples, no eagles, nothing.
I was either going to get these or the maples, but I decided to go with these. Next time I come up, I'll get a tube of maples. I feel like I have to have my own stash of money that's not in the banks or anything like that. It's just in my hands.
You don't trust the banks?
I don't trust the government. In the 30s, they took our gold. They took their gold, right? They gave everybody $20, and a year later, it was worth $30. How many people lost all that money? Okay, and then in 72, what did Nixon do? Took us off the gold standard. Took away pensions, put us on 401ks that can be manipulated by the government. Okay? And they've never looked back.
Disgusting, isn't it?
Very. But you notice it's like, what, 27 states now, I think it is now, that have legalized gold and silver as a currency to use.
Yes.
You know, and then
that
there's
encouraging?
a whole bunch of states that have stopped the taxes on purchase of gold and silver, except Massachusetts. That's why I'm here. She won't even give us a break on $1,000 worth. We tried to get that. We tried to get that passed through, but nope. She wants her taxes on that $1,000 in gold. That's why I can't order it online or do anything. You know what I mean? No. Sad.
Glad to catch your very first American Silver Eagle tube.
Yes.
That's pretty special.
It is. It's gonna go in an ammo can. With the ammo.
Ammo cans are great for storing silver. Airtight,
Waterproof.
yeah, waterproof, yeah.
Put a little silicone bag in.
Exactly.
What about a tube of buffaloes? How much are those?
Is that what number you were looking for?
I'm here to spend some money.
You got some gold too.
Yes.
Fill it up. Some guys like
Got to get a little bit once in a while. I think gold is on its way up. It's going to reach 4,000 this year, and I think it's going to be 5 next year. That's what I think. I was stupid last year. I came here, and instead of buying, when gold was 18, I had a chance when I was younger, 10 years ago, to buy it. And I didn't do it.
What, to buy what?
Gold, a whole lot of it. I mean, when it was only like $800 an ounce, you know what I mean? It was like,
You got it.
$10.
2,400. Do you want your change in silver?
Don't you love how they'll give you change in silver? Isn't that awesome?
Yes, I love that. I love being able to come here too, maybe and exchange some silver for gold if I ever have to, and not have to go through it, if you guys do that here, right?
Yep.
They exchange directly from silver to gold and vice versa.
Now is not a good time to exchange it, but they do that. You'd have to get it down to like 40 for me. And I've been waiting because I had to get my taxes done. This is the first time in 43 years of being self-employed I got money back. And that's because of who we have in the office, and that's the only reason.
So bartering with silver, you'd do that, right?
Yes, I would.
You'd work for silver?
Sure, why not? Silver or gold? If you'd like to give me something to put it in, I can, so I don't look like I do when I'm coming out of the grocery store.
Yeah, they've got all kinds of boxes here
Okay.
that I think you can take a choice from, right? And walk out with.
I don't need a big one. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for your help.
Glad you were able to get some of your first minted coins.
Yes, I think I'm going to put that one right in my front pocket right here, next to Smith and Wesson.
That's great.
Thank you again. Thank you. Take it
Thank
easy.
you.
Thank you.
That's a nice way to hold your 1/10 ounce silver rounds. I like it.
one of the cigar boxes.
Yeah,
We give them
works.
out as gifts to the customers with a purchase. They're different styles. This one has the slats.
That's really cool.
But people really seem to like them. They put their coins and their things in there. We have a gentleman here who came across a Canadian maple silver, or so appears to be. However, when I look at it, I can see that the markings on it. Your audience is probably going to look at this and say, "There's something funny about the way that looks." Let me flip it to the other side. Now look. Notice all those lines around it. The Canadian maple doesn't look like that. Now I put it on, and it weighs 0.964 ounces. Another giveaway. There's something very wrong with this coin, because a Canadian maple, they do an amazing job, and they make these exactly an ounce. I mean, to a microscopic level. Now, this is the part that's really interesting to me. Now, I use our Sigma verifier, which, note, is not 100% accurate. No. It is very good, but it can be fooled by high-tech fakes. That's why you want 2 or 3 ways of identifying. So when I place this on here at 999, it is close. It's on the screen, but it's not in the brackets.
Right.
And so now I'm going to do this side. Now I'm going to change my setting, and I'm going to switch to 999. Now at 999, it's almost there, but still not right. So that tells me that this coin is not a Canadian maple. Now, what it's made of, I'm guessing it's got a thick silver plate on the outside and a high conductive metal on the inside. To know for sure, we probably want to put a little gouge in the corner of it. Are you okay with us doing that for the purpose of analysis? I can already tell you this thing is bad. Note, we had a whole box of fakes. Maybe we'll show it to you in a moment. That came in a few days ago. Yep, I have it over there. Okay. And the guy came in and he bought, it's 100 ounces of silver that he bought on eBay. And there's a bunch of Apmex bars that stick to a magnet, even though they weigh an ounce, but they stick to a magnet. That's a huge problem. Then there's a whole bunch of Morgans that are 5 grams too light. And then there's a bunch of these Canadians that look a lot like this, maybe even exactly, and they had copper underneath them. So we bought it from the guy for, you know, a small amount of money just to show customers what the fakes look like and how good some of them look, but how to identify them and not get burned. You got to buy from a reputable dealer, either SD Bullion if you're going to buy online, or if you're going to buy locally, local Silver Mint in Ware, New Hampshire, if you're near us, or you want to drive, but you want to buy from someone who's there the next day. eBay can be extremely dangerous. I would stay away from eBay. They have a great return program, but you have to be able to figure out there's something wrong with your silver. And if you don't figure it out till a year later when you show it to me, then eBay will not refund your money.
So what they do on the listing is you'll look for the seller, and it'll be an American seller. But once you purchase it, the shipping comes from China. So just beware.
Is this going to be ugly?
So it's going to probably be ugly because I'm pretty sure we're going to find out there's copper under here, but also it's going to put a small gouge in the side of the coin.
Like Dave said, a thick coat right over copper.
It's definitely very clear that this thing is fake. Another person got burned buying from eBay. Be very careful. And if you're on eBay and you see American Silver Eagles for $15 each, run for the hills.
You're saying if it's too good to be true,
Yeah.
it's not true.
Yes. Oh, but it's such a good price on eBay. I want to buy it. You're losing 100% of your money almost. So I don't recommend it.
But you get the copper. Isn't that worth something, Silver Dave?
That's true. That's true.
I'm joking.
There is some copper, so you're not getting burned 100%. You're only getting burned like 99%. Not 999, just 99. Sometimes these fake coins will even come in a coin protector that is extremely difficult to move and even glued closed because they don't want you to open it. They don't want you to test it. They don't want you to ping it. They don't want you to know, so they make it extra hard to get in there, and they figure that they'll take advantage of people's, I'm sorry, but laziness, that they know people will be like, oh, I couldn't get it open, so I just didn't bother.
Oh, you see something in the showcase you want.
Don't Tread on Me, and one of these Lincoln pennies from 1909, a replica. Those look cool.
Yeah.
Of course, it all looks cool. I'd be here all day if I didn't have to work. Bad. But that was cool to see that fake coin come in.
Wasn't that interesting?
It is. That happens a lot, I guess, huh? From eBay and whoever.
Yeah, eBay's a terrible place to be buying your metals.
I want a trusted source.
This is a Boston Tea Party, Don't Tread on Me. So, they're 1 ounce of pure silver. They just have some fun designs on them, so people like that.
I like this. I love this case, man.
This case, if you all don't know, some of you might be saying, wait a second, that case looks oddly familiar. Did I see it on TV? And you might have, because this was
You saw it on YouTube.
YouTube is TV now to me.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm so old. I think TV is TV.
And later on, Yankee, we'll ask you what it was like back during the Civil War and some of that other stuff, So, but this case actually belonged to Tim Marshner, the legend. If you've seen Yankees channel, you've probably seen Tim. He had some extra cases. This was one of them. He sold it to us. We're very grateful to Tim for selling us some of the extra cases that he has. We really appreciate that. And the customers enjoy this. They press the button. It turns.
It's working. It's working now.
Yeah. So thanks, Tim. Right back there.
Silver cards for the wallet.
Nice.
Some Donald Trumps.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Eagles. Not the Eagles, some Liberties. Those are always gorgeous. Some Buffaloes. I heard the Buffalo's gold is your favorite, right? Is that what?
I do have more gold in terms of value than I do silver, because I like the density of the density of gold and being able to easily store it and move it. But silver, I think, has a much better upside potential than gold. So
Probably near its max as far as my lifetime anyway, but
you think so?
I think so. I don't know if it'll get much more over. I heard 4,700.
Oh man, I wouldn't be surprised if we see $10,000 an ounce gold by the end of this decade.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me either, but That's going to kill jewelry stores for sure. That's going to be hard to sell gold at that price for buying a chain like this. I mean,
Yeah.
my mother bought this chain back when I graduated high school in '91 for $150.
Wow.
This chain and the cross, I think it's almost an ounce. It's close.
Yeah.
And the gold, like the older gold from like the 70s, looks different from the newer gold, and you can tell the difference. And I love that you can see. Some of our guys went over to Turkey when they were in the Air Force, and the gold over there is very yellow. It's because they used to get their dog tags dipped in the gold, and then they'd come back, and it looked very, very yellowy.
Higher gold content,
It was probably
maybe?
24,
22,
yeah.
24? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what made it look so yellow, but it was beautiful. I would have been buying gold if I was over there, but I never had the chance to go over, so missed the one.
So it's silver then.
Yeah, silver for me.
What's your favorite on the counter?
Probably the Morgan. It's my first one.
That's your first Morgan.
My first Morgan, yeah.
You never forget your first Morgan, man. Can I see that box again? One more time.
Beautiful. Gorgeous.
And ready to be filled.
Yep. Nice meeting you.
Thanks for being a customer.
Nice meeting you
Keep
too.
on stacking.
I'll be back.